The previous episode of Scribble Kibble covered an atrocious kids movie, so now let's feature a good one, Ernest and Celestine. And let's focus on how the movie's art style is animated. So I'm not going to talk about the story or the plot at all, other than to say it's fantastic, solid script writing for a young children's movie. If you go to watch the movie, it is originally in French, and I ended up watching it in French because the English voice acting doesn't quite match up with the mouth movements. Take a look at the art. Ernest and Celestine, the movie, is like a prequel to the Ernest and Celestine series of children's books. The animation style here mimics the watercolor illustrations common in kids' books around, I want to say, the late 1800s to maybe 1990. The characters in the movie are a little bit more digital than, for example, the world of Peter Rabbit and Friends. And I say that because the line style, although it's broken, it's thick and bold, and the watercolors are lighter with more subtle texturing. But this does pay better homage to Gabrielle Vincent's style of watercolor, which is known for being soft and fading, and Gabrielle Vincent is the author of the children's books that this movie's based on. Funny note about her, by the way, she did not want her work to be adapted to TV. A few years after she died, her publisher sold the rights for a TV series, and the producer for this movie swooped in and insisted Ernest and Celestine become a film, not a TV series, because only a film gets the amount of time, money, and dedication put into it to create this type of animation style. The backgrounds in the animation are real watercolors. They're not made on a computer. There are a whole bunch of study, practice, and reference drawings that happen first, and then these get worked into a final layout of what the scene looks like. Then the background artists get a picture of that layout so they know what to draw. They do the ink lines with a pen, and then they do the watercolors separate. The inks and the watercolors are combined on a computer. This is the final handmade background, and they do this for every single background in the movie. Foreground elements and the characters themselves are digital, made in Flash. I'm amazed this is made in Flash, it just doesn't look like it. The only time you really see it is up close when there's a line that gets erased. It has that really neatly clipped end. And the older version of Flash that they made this movie in had this weird problem where you would try to draw a straight line and then Flash would just make it all wobbly and weird. And in Ernest and Celestine, they left that wobbliness in. So those are really the only signs that this is made in Flash. To make the actual animation, first the animators draw the line art, and then colorists come in and color everything. After that, the character colors need to look watercolor like the backgrounds. But watercolor is not something Flash can do, so the team had to hire people to invent a program that could take these flat colors and make them look like this. Overall, the real watercolor backgrounds and the loose, unconnected line art are what define this style, so if you can reproduce those two things, and you're a strong character animator, you could recreate this style. The recent film The Big Bad Fox and Other Tales uses almost this exact same style, though that's not really a surprise because a lot of the people who made Ernest and Celestine are also working on The Big Bad Fox. If you'd like a really good in-depth view of how Ernest and Celestine was made, the director drew this highly amusing, very informative comic that takes you through the journey of the film's creation. It actually covers every step of making an animated movie in general, and I've linked that below. In the last episode, I asked for a bad movie that you've seen and what you would change to fix it, so here are a couple of the highlights. Which movie did people pick on the most? The Emoji Movie. Is it really that bad? Maybe I should watch it.